Hello, everybody.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. Hi.
Good
Hello.
evening,
Good evening.
and welcome to the second of our introductory classes. Today, we're going to discuss very interesting things. The first thing is what your future customers, future companies want from you as a new QA. And another one, I think the most interesting in our preliminary discussions is your anti-crisis plan. So what are you afraid of, and how are you planning to avoid these things during the course? And today with us, Alena, it's again, you saw her previously, and well, welcome, Alena, welcome back.
Hi.
And Galina. Hello.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah. You all, I think, talked to Galina in different times of your enrollment to the course. And you all know her, and probably you discussed in messages or maybe by phones. But today she is with us as a person, and she gonna comment your anti-crisis plan based on the statistics that we have, statistics of other students. And this is she who is near the students in the moment of crisis, and she can describe you all that, and she can assess your anti-crisis plan. She can comment everything. So this is more or less the plan. But before we go to the interesting discussion, first, I want to tell you that we, as previously, as in previous class, we have two parts. The first one is the public one. Now we live on YouTube, so everybody can see you. And the other one is the closed one. So this is up to you in which part to introduce your anti-crisis plan and your investigation about the companies. If you don't afraid to be public, so please. If you're afraid, it's up to you, it's your choice, and you can proceed with your colleagues, with your core group members in the closed part. I hope that everybody read the orange textbook before today's class. And before we go to your investigations, I want to ask you a pair of questions. First, what will you do if you got sick? Who can describe me?
Depending on how sick you got.
Okay, you got. It's a family member that demands your taking care or got sick. So what will you do?
The answer.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
We should write on the Mentorpiece console, if I don't mistake, and ask to change our deadline on latest to the latest deadline. That's all.
Okay. Maybe Galina will tell us how often are such situations, and what will you do in such situations if somebody got sick?
Yeah, hello everyone again. They occur quite often, and actually, I would like to add that no matter what happens, I mean, if you have some issues or problems, please don't hesitate to write to us, to Mentorpiece Consult. Otherwise, we will never learn about this and will not be able to help you. So yeah, Ksenia is right. Please come to Mentorpiece Consult and warn us, because in this case, we can help or provide any additional support you need.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Galina. So don't hesitate. If you got sick and you informed us about your sickness and then you felt better, okay, you can ask us not to move the deadline or to move the deadline back to their default value. But it is better to inform us anyway, because you don't know what will be tomorrow, and maybe it is better to move your deadline. Okay, good. That was the first question. Please remember about this. And the second question is about your final grade. Did you read the information about your final grade in the orange textbook, and how to count that final grade? What are the components of the final grades, and what percentage is for your participation and work in class, and your homework, internship, and so on? Who remembers?
Well, if the grade is higher than 90, then you shouldn't even remake your homework or participation.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. What else?
I think there's some kind of weighting for each task. So some, maybe not homework, but some tests have higher weighting than the homeworks. So the overall score would be depending not only on the average grade, but as well on the weighting of the tasks that you perform.
Yes, you're right, absolutely.
And I think for some tests, the grade will not be shown, if I remember correctly.
As I understand, there are 3 parts of the final grade. The grade for quizzes after the textbook, there will be quizzes. The grade for workshops, that depends on if you participate in discussion or not. There can be 3 different grades for workshops: 0, 50, or 100. And the grade for the homeworks. And as I understand, the program counts some average point of these 3 parts, and that forms the final point, the final result for you.
Okay. Okay. And who managed to see the grades calculator with block weights, with grade system? You had a link from Orange textbook to this Google Sheets file.
Yeah. You mean from 90 to 100 is a great success, then from 70 to 89 it's good, from 50 to 69 satisfactory, and from 30 to 49 not so good, and
Yep.
from 0 to 29 no success at all.
Yeah, yeah. About that. And to sum up, sorry. So you have different marks, different grades. The first one is your quiz, score quiz. Then workshop activity, assignment, standard or hard assignment if you have one, because some modules will have that hard assignment, some will not. And every has a weight, special weight. And you can see the weights in that file on the sheet, block weights. If you didn't see it, please see and check and take into consideration, because for example, hard and easy assignment has different weights. So if you didn't manage to complete easy assignment, it is more terrible, that than if you didn't manage to complete the hard assignment. And your workshop activity and your taken into consideration as well. There are some weights for your internship activity, but I think we will discuss it a bit later. But internship has a weight as well for your, final grade for the course plus internship. Okay, good.
And distinguish between the hard and easy assignments. Will it be written
Yes, it will be written, definitely,
okay.
yeah.
So the ones that we're doing now, they're easy, since nothing is written. Okay.
Yes. So your mandatory assignment is this one, or standard one. It's mandatory for everybody. Even if you're gonna complete the hard assignment as well, you should complete the easy assignment. But your hard assignment is not mandatory. So if you want to get a higher mark, you can do it. If this is not not interesting for you, you think that your future companies will not demand it, crazy things. But if you think so, or if this topic is too complicated for you, it could be as well. So you can skip hard assignment, and it is okay, because it is not mandatory. But your final grade for this module will be not so high without a hard assignment. Okay.
Thank you.
Any questions about the grading system? No questions. Okay. Do you know how to see your current marks and your current final? Not a good thing, strange phrase, but and your current place in the group.
I know that you can see the grades if you press on the profile and choose grades, and it will show the weighting for the tasks that were already performed.
Yeah.
It's like a big table.
And it shows your current place in the group. For somebody,
task, right? Not in general.
In general.
Oh, really?
It shows your general place, current place. It is not your final, because the course is still going, but this is your current place.
It is the bottom row, which says the course profile?
Yeah. important for everybody to know the place in the group, but we know that somebody wants to know it, and for some people it is a motivator, that place in the group. So if you want, you can see it. If you don't want, skip it and use your tempo in education. Of course, without breaking deadlines, but this is not for everybody, of course. Okay. The other topic we're gonna discuss today are some benefits of the course before we go into your results for this. I want to underline that benefits not for make an ad of the course, because you all are here and it doesn't make much sense to create some ad right now. But you should remember it because you are here and it should be your motivators as well. The first one, 7 out of 10 students don't go and come to the profession of students of different courses. Since you are here, you passed all the exams and you came to our course. And that means that you can come to the profession, you can become testers. And if you will meet a crisis during the course, see your anti-crisis plan and think about this thing, that you are here, and that means that you can do it. You are in this 30% of people who can be QAs. Fact number 2, lectures don't help to get the profession, only practice. You have a lot of practice here, so you can be sure in yourself. You have a lot of practice, you have your homeworks, you have your classes, you have your mentors, you can ask questions, you do things by your hands. And that means that you have perspectives. You have perspectives in fighting your job, you have perspectives in the profession. So remember about this as well. And the fact number 3, that QEs without experience are considered on the last place. When you send your CV, a customer will see if you have an experience or not. You all will have an experience. You all will have an internship. And that means that, again, this is your pluses, and you can find your job. So again, if you will not be sure in yourself, if you will have crisis, remember about it. So you are here, you passed all the exams. You will do a lot of practice. You will have an internship. So you can do everything. And don't pay attention to the crisis. Don't pay attention to your thoughts during the course that, no, I can't. I'm not clever. I'm silly. This is not my profession. Don't pay attention to it. So, and on this positive note, I want to hear from you one by one, as we did previously. And today we have, again, 2 topics to discuss. First one, what companies want from QAs, what hard skills, what soft skills, and what will you do if you meet a crisis on your way? What is your plan? And Alena and Galina will comment your speech. So now we are still in public. So I want to ask you, who wants to be the first one?
May I ask a question?
Yeah, sure.
We discussed what employers want from testers last workshop.
Yes.
Didn't we?
Yes, we did. So sorry.
Yeah, I think.
Yes. Today we will discuss what is your anti-crisis plan and what do you want from the course. These two topics are connected with each other, so I mixed a bit. Okay. Who will be the first one?
I may start. What I want to get out of the course. So last workshop we made a list of our what we want, what employers want from us, and so basing on that, I made my list. What I want to get after the course. I want to be able to perform manual functionality, and of course, it's the first thing. To make documentation, test documentation, because all of employers want this. To create test cases, to what I want else, to work in Linux, because many employers want this qualification from the employees. To use some specific tools and programs, Swagger, Postman, to use SQL, to use Jira, and some other tools. And as a result, I want to pass an interview and get a job. The main goal is this, of course. What else? About the crisis management, yes? So what can I say about my crisis plan? The weaknesses, the main weaknesses that may prevent me, or I think many people, from achieving the result of the course is procrastination, of course, and maybe laziness sometimes. I'm not a person who can't use my willpower, so I can force myself to do something. But to achieve the result, I need to make specific plans and schedules for every weekday and weekend, of course, too. I need to include not only time for work and studies, but also for rest and entertainment, because if I don't rest and entertain, I won't be able to study at all. I can devote to studying from about 1 or 2 hours on weekdays, and I think about 3 or 4 hours on weekends. Because according to the course, we need to devote to studying about 15 hours per week. If we count all together, it will be okay with this amount of hours on weekdays and weekends. What else? I think there might be some threats of external nature because the political situation in our country is quite difficult. But I think I can't influence it, so I just hope that it won't happen. Anything that forces me to abandon the course. I think that's it.
Mm-hmm. Thank you very much. I think I would like to ask Alena to comment both parts.
Firstly, I want to say that we didn't have this orange textbook when I start to study in December last year. So you have a good advantage to improve your soft skills. And I thought what I could what answer I could give about your also about your answer. It's rather it's rather doesn't make sense to comment hard skills because you know program many of you have a good imagination what you want concerning hard skills about in this course. About I want to go to add about 1 hour per day. I don't think it's a very. It's maybe a tricky idea. It's maybe tricky attempt because it's better to combine more hours together to when you start studying 1 hour per day, you just trying to remember yourself. It's rather you have to waste time to remember what you did last day. Maybe it's better to combine in a big amount and instead of 1 day to study to study several days in combining for 2 or 3 hours at least, maybe. I thought
1 day, 1 hour, I meant that if I come from my work and I don't have enough time to sleep, but I think at least 1 hour per day you have to study just to refresh maybe some knowledge that you have.
In this sense, maybe to refresh, it's
yeah,
okay.
1 hour on work days and 4 hours on not work days. I think it's something like that.
I understood. It's now it's clear for me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Galina, I would like to ask you to comment the procrastination thing. How often is it among the students?
Actually, I can comment on that. The plan sounds quite reasonable. And speaking about procrastination, I can only say that here, and not only here, but you know, in all spheres of your life, time management is your best friend. So that's the thing that you can maybe improve during this course, or maybe you are good at it for now already. So you can practice this, and actually we have terms to help you in this, because like in real life, like in IT, in Agile, you have here you have 1 or 2 week sprints, and during the course you have 1 week as a soft deadline for the homework and 2 weeks as a hard deadline. So this helps you to stay focused and not to procrastinate because you have turns. So I hope that will help.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Who wants to be the next one?
Can go.
Sure.
So I should start with the skills, right? With the hard and soft skills, and then
Yeah.
go to the versus one. Okay. So, well, actually, the hard skills are quite similar to what Artem mentioned. Since this part is not very well known by me, I've just basically used some information from previous task where we collected information from the vacancies and looked at the topics which are needed for testing. So I would like to know the basic QA concepts, the testing principles, the testing process, test levels and test types. Also have the knowledge in making the bug reports and preparation of testing scenarios and have the practice in it. To have the knowledge in Linux, to have the knowledge in, or maybe practice in testing the front and back end, and to be able to distinguish between the bugs of them, to understand the Agile, Scrum, and other development methodology, to have the understanding of software development cycle, life cycle, sorry, and to know at least the basics for the SQL, or maybe some have the advanced knowledge, depending on if I will be able to self-study for that. Then know the tools, the dev tools, the Postman, the test management tools like Jira, GitHub, and improve my knowledge in IT abbreviations and their meanings as well. So to learn more about that. That's for the hard skills. And for the soft skills, I've divided them into several parts, and just shortly mention them and explain why I've selected them. So for the soft skills, I think it is important to have the good level of communications, since QA testing is about communicating with people from other teams, such as analysts, designers, DevOps, or maybe even customers. So in this case, good level of effective communication, I think, is a must. And a part of it would be the active listening. So I would be able to properly understand what end users want, or how product owners want the product to be, and what the development team had done on those requirements. And as well, to ask the right questions. So if something is unclear to me, even any small details, if I think they're small, consider to ask for additional information if something is unclear in this case. Also, the second big thing for soft skills is the stress resistance. Well, because in order to perform the set tasks, you need to have, I think, a big patience, and because there are changes maybe introduced to the testing product, or there's some, I don't know, recalculation of indicators or any other changes to the processes. So you need to be adaptable, to be ready to accept those changes, and to have the feedback on them. Then as a part as well for the stress resistance, to reduce the stress, you need to be able to effectively organize the time management. So in order to perform the testing tasks, you should methodically record the information and agreements, carefully estimate the working time, and don't disturb the deadlines or inform colleagues in advance if you need to postpone the deadlines in some cases. The third point that I thought would be also important is the good analytical skills, such as attention to details and systemic approach. So it is always good to be noticing some weak spots that could be not even a bug yet, but early identification of those spots may save some time for different teams by discussing and eliminating them in advance. And systemic approach, what I meant by it is it will allow me to work more organized and efficiently by focusing on the most important tasks, so setting the right priority for them and optimizing the processes. So the proper planning and consistent performance will allow me to save time and avoid overspending of my working time and or maybe other additional resources. And the last one would be open to learning new functions, since the IT area is constantly introducing or improving current tools or procedures. So you have to be ready to be up to date with all the changes. So first learn more about the areas with which you interact. So maybe the development team activity. And then as well, if any new tools or procedures are appearing, or maybe the company introduces something new to work, be able to easily catch it, learn it, and use it in your work. So those are what I thought would be important skills, soft skills for me. And about the crisis plan. So about the weaknesses, I've written quite a lot of them. I don't know if I should mention everything. So I know quite good my weaknesses, just because on my previous job, we actually had quite a similar exercise. So I would say that the most important ones would be not to postpone the homework or any tasks till the last day. Start doing them in advance or plan them as soon as you get this task on when you will be doing it. Then in my case, I sometimes go too deep into details where actually they're not needed, and I may spend too much time on that. So be careful with not getting too much additional information, which is currently not requested. Then I have another weakness like perfectionism. So I sometimes try to make the task as ideal as possible, but really too much time is wasted, and sometimes it is not required, and that time you may spend on something else. Also, I sometimes try to cope with several tasks at once, maybe doing some homework, and in parallel, I'm talking to my kid or doing something else. And this leads to not paying enough attention to each task. So basically to split the studying tasks and other life things, do them separately. Also, the procrastination, about that, I actually have registered to a course on Coursera, which is called Learning How to Learn. So I'm hoping it will give me some additional life hacks how to solve procrastination. As well, I thought about making a detailed plan, because if you don't have a plan, you usually jump from one task to another, or you don't pay too much attention to some specific tasks. So make a clear plan of what I will be doing over the week and follow this plan, or at least adapt it if there are any changes to maybe other things that I will be doing over the week. And the last one would be the wrong time split between the complex and non-complex learning topics. So in this case, it would be if I understand that for me, the task is complex and I cannot understand how to perform it. So don't spend more than 2 hours on something. And if I don't get the answer or the task done, ask for help. So this is what I thought, not wasting too much time on trying to figure out if I cannot do it. And I've set 2 time plans for a week. So the optimistic plan would be spending 20 hours per week for studies. I've freed for myself Saturday just to have free time for any family things. And then during the working week, I would prefer to spend 3 hours on doing the homework or tasks or self-learning. And then I have Sunday and Wednesday, the days that my family let me spend more time on studies. So I would take 4 hours. But then the pessimistic plan would remove 3 hours from the overall plan of the week, because I understand that probably something will happen in some days which will not let me spend too many hours in studying. So that's, I think, pretty much it of how I'm planning it now. I'm hoping it will work that way.
Thank you very much, Nina. Alena wants to say something. I see it.
I'm very impressed by Nina's detailed and thorough approach. Absolutely, you're absolutely perfectionist.
I'm trying to get rid of it, actually.
It will be hard for you. I want to say that it will be hard to deal with this perfectionism. You know how it lives. You have a whole life. Sometimes you have to agree to the other not so perfect result, but it's better to be done than undone. Never. I also have a gold medal in school and so on. But now I have to refuse when you have children, when you have family. Sometimes you have to choose to do it on a satisfactory mark than not to do anything at all. You mentioned a lot of themes that are important. I think yeah, it's good to have a detailed plan. Maybe you have been more flexible, for example, time to time. So it's good when you have different variations. So we cannot expect what happened next. Maybe it will be some deadline on the work. Maybe it's our child crisis. But it's better to have a schedule. Yeah. I'm not saying something extraordinary now. And that's all that I want to mention. Your answer is very detailed.
Thank you. I actually agree. I have set quite a strict plan, and I'm hoping to do it at least 50%, because I know that the plans may change, and yes, I will not be able to do it fully. Thank you.
Yeah, you have a great plan, yeah. And for me, I'm absolutely impressed by the course how to live with procrastination, how to fight with procrastination. I hope it will be not like in a joke. Like a lot of people entered the course how to fight with procrastination, but nobody came to the first class. So let's hope that it will not be like that. Okay, thank you very much, Nina. Who wants to be the next one?
Can I?
Yeah, sure.
Soft skills. I need to improve my soft skill. It's not too afraid to have an interview with HR because I'm afraid. In order not to be afraid of this, I need to have some several interviews to get used to it and understand that it's not so afraid like I think. And also I need to improve my independence. I used to learn how to find information in the internet, some additional information, not only our course. And also it will be a good thing for me to improve my time management skills also, because sometimes I can do not something important first and then do my homework. And it is important to do another way. First, I need to do homework and all assignments, and then other things. And also, I think that due to my character, I already have soft skills like curiosity, adaptability, and good communication, analytical skills, maybe problem solving, patience, and I don't like to give up. It's not in my character. And I also like to have maybe sometimes too more attention to details. And I like to think outside of the box. And also we need to have all hard skills that we read in vacancies. I will not repeat them. And about treats. For me, the biggest treat for me is illness of my children. But I think that my husband can help me because now he can work from home and it's a good opportunity for us. And also I like to make a lot of lists, plans for my family, for my children. We try to do it together because it is easy to communicate with each other, to think together what we can do. And then it is easy for children to understand that they are like adult people and they have their abilities to help parents. And I think that I also have some problem because I need, when I was a student, I noticed that sometimes I need more time to remember and more time to understand. But after some time, I think that it will become more quickly and everything will be okay. Because the more I learn, the more this ability become quickly. And about time, on weekdays, I think that I will have about 4 hours. It is like maximum, and minimum about 2 hours. And on weekends, I think that the situation will be the same. And also the main problem for me is just to make plan for every day. And at first, I need to do assignments, and I need to learn, and then everything else. I think that's all.
Thank you very much. Ilona, can you comment, please?
Yes, of course. I want to firstly support you because everybody who understand his strengths and weakness is great. So you are not afraid to tell about it. I think it's a good. Good approach to dealing with it. Firstly, I want to say that my children are also were ill during the course several times, maybe 2 or 3 or maybe even 4. Sometimes we were ill together, and it's really hard. I communicate with Galina a lot. I try to skip deadlines, but it's nothing is impossible. So I also think that you can manage with it. If your husband is ready to support, it's really wonderful. My husband also help me as he can sometimes, what was my tricks that I worked from home, so we can manage with it. But it's always can be solved. The thing that you mentioned is that important for me was also is a plan for every day, because everything may change sometimes. For example, I also thought that I can study every day, but in some day there were some problems with work. I haven't. I have flexible schedule at work also. Sometimes I have to spend there more than 9 hours, the regular work time. So the detailed plan for one day was a good decision for me. It worked for me also, and I spend a lot of time in weekends, more than 4 hours, sometimes 8 or 9 hours the whole day. That when I have some problems in the work and didn't manage with course in the working week. That's what I said. You want to add it?
And here I want to mention that we have soft deadline for 7 days. So it is up to you when to do your homework. If you cannot find a time during your working week, and it is okay, and we understand it, that you all are working, you all have families and kids, and it is really hard to find the time for the homework during the weekdays. But you have 7 days for each homework, and you can use Saturday, for example, the whole Saturday for doing your homeworks that you have for this week. And it is okay, you will not break deadlines, and your homework will be probably checked on Monday after it. So maybe it is a good idea. If it is more convenient for you to ask your husband, for example, to your wife to help you on Saturdays, maybe it will work for you. Thank you. Okay. Guys, I would like to propose you to skip maybe hard skills. If you have something interesting about the hard skills, for example, you want to enter some specific industry like game dev or something, so please describe. But if your hard skills are standard, you can skip it. I would like to hear about your soft skills and, of course, about your anti-crisis plan. So, who will be the next one? Who wants?
I can try.
Olga, welcome.
Okay, I will skip my hard skills, but it's more important for me now to get hard skills and more practice at the course, because my soft skills now I have really good soft skills, because it's important for my current work. I am product manager, and I manage team. I work with clients. I need to have some soft skills like time management, leadership, teamwork, conflict management, of course. And you speak about soft skills. I think for me now important to improve my level of English, because I had several or more interview in English, and I understand how it's hard and how it's important to have good presentation skill and to how to explain people from this company, from human resource, first of all, why I am fit for this vacancy, and why they have to give me a chance to have next step of interview with technical team. Yes, it's about my soft skills. And about crisis management plan, I know all my weaknesses, and I think that I can have problem with studying if I will have a lot of work, because now it's really difficult to predict when I finish my working day. I usually have call at 9 p.m. and it's normal for my company, it's normal for my profession, usually, unfortunately. And I decided that it will be better to study at the morning, because I can postpone my work day, I can start work afternoon, and the second reason, usually my productivity is higher first part of day, and for me it will be better. And the second reason, and not reason, the second weaknesses, it's about, I know it's from previous courses which I finished, that usually it's really difficult to estimate how hard it will be. And the most of students think that usually 1, 2, or 3 hours it's enough per day to study something from course, and it usually became to that they spend more time and delay homework until the last moment, and so on. And in this case, I think that it will be better to start to understand the homework, to understand what I need to do after lesson, when I receive the homework, and try to estimate this, and not delay to the last moment, to the last time. Yeah, and if speak about procrastination, usually I prepare a list of day, week, and monthly to-dos, and it's helped me to understand all tasks and estimate and prioritize my task. And usually I try to, usually I put in this list all my activity, like study, work, private life, rest, and so on. And usually it helped me to be in time.
Mm-hmm.
That's all.
Thank you very much. You talked about a very important thing about that some topics can be harder than it seemed previously. And I have a question to Alona. What module of the course was the hardest one from your point of view? I think I know the answer, but
I will be not original in my answer. I think Linux and networks are the most hard topic to study. Yeah, they were very interesting, definitely. When I started to study it, I couldn't estimate the time. So I started and I say, oh, I study 4 hours already, but I didn't manage with this task yet. For example, sometimes it depends on your way of thinking, on depends on your perfectionism. Sometimes it depends on your previous experience. I didn't have the last 5 years any experience in programming, so sometimes it took time to understand how it works, to get used to it, and so on. But when you get used to it, is the time you spend in your homework increase day by day. Sometimes it's not that you're really used to it's not it's rather hard at the beginning to get used to Linux, to get used to the command row. So it can estimate you think that it will be a short period, but yeah, it's rather hard to estimate the time of your homework sometimes. So, and the other things that Olga mentioned, interesting, is start to do your homework after the lesson. I tried also this once, and the mark was not good. And I understood that it's not a very good idea to study right after the lesson. For me, it doesn't work. Maybe it's better to start after the lesson to understand what about this works or homework, but not to end it at the same day.
Not the same, on next day.
Yeah, maybe to start it's okay, but not end on the same. And also you mentioned a good idea to study in the morning. When you study something new, it's really good if it suits you. For some people, it's a really good catch, I think. Not for.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Olga, so we have evening classes, unfortunately. So I hope that everything will be okay with this for you. For me, my productivity is better in the morning as well. That's why it's not very easy for me to have the classes in the evening, but we have. And let's try to do it together. Let's try to live with this. Yeah, to live with this together. Okay. What's next? Maybe it's time to stop our public part. Yes, of course. I'm hearing that everybody is not ready to have a public speech for now. Okay, so our public part is over right here. And next time, we will be back with the next discussion. The next time is about terms of finding your first job, about other interesting things. And see you next time. And we are going to our closed part.